Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Regayla-Monet. Today I'm going to show you guys how I trim my ends at home by myself. So my hair has been in a protective style for the last, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, and I just took it out and have been throwing it in a bun. So I'm going to see if I can show you guys what my ends are looking like and how I can tell when it's time for a trim. So as you guys may know, a lot of the times when your hair is tangled at the ends or it's really hard to comb through at the ends, it may be time for a trim. But I can also just look at a couple of my ends and see that they're split. So a lot of times I can tell that my hair needs a trim if it's getting really tangled, or I'm trying to comb through it at the end, or if I have single strand knots. And the last time I trimmed my hair, it was probably about 3 months ago, and that's usually how far I go with trimming my ends, like every 3 months. Well, the last 3 months it was a professional trim because I got my hair done for prom, but now it's time for another trim just because tangle, you see like a little knot right here. So I'm gonna go wash my hair and then I'll be back with the trimming process. Okay guys, so I am back from washing my hair and I have it in a t-shirt. This is a t-shirt, not a towel. And I didn't tie the t-shirt too tight because I didn't want it to get completely dry, because when I trim my ends, I add deep conditioner to it just so that I can see the actual definition of my curls, and it helps me to know where I need to trim. So for this video, I'm using the Crème of Nature Pure Honey Moisture Replenish and Strength Hair Mask as a deep conditioner. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's what I'm using today. And so just going to take a big glob of that and put it over this whole section. Well, it feels good on the hair. It's not the best smelling. Put it over this whole section. Put a little more up here. And I have my hair into a 4 twist. I'm just going to put these other 3 into a ponytail up here. And then come back to this section and just really moisturize that in. And now, time to start the trimming process. So I take a little section, clip the rest of this section away. Take this brush, has bristles, kind of like it has the same effect as a Denman brush, but I don't know, it's easier to use to me. It's just a palm little brush. And so brush, and then I don't really have like a super scientific way of knowing where to cut. Come down here, and when I grab the ends, I pull right to where I want to cut, and I cut on top of my fingers just because there's a curl on the bottom and I don't want to cut the curl and not get a smooth cut. So I'm just gonna, hopefully you can see that, and then just cut. So I cut about this much off, and I'll just cut about this much on all of them. So take a section, And so when you've done a few, you can take that section that you've already cut and just twist it back up so that you can keep that separated and also detangle. And I just want to say, this deep conditioner, this is my first time using it, but it has made my hair really soft. And look at that. See, that's what happens when you have a fresh trim and a good deep conditioner. You get curl definition. I'm gonna put a little more just for good measure. Hey guys, I just realized that I forgot to mention what kind of scissors you should be using. You should not be using regular scissors. Make sure you go to any beauty supply store to buy some hair shears. And the sharper the shears are, the better. So usually the higher quality the scissors are, the better they are for your hair. So make sure you are using hair shears and not regular scissors. Okay, so in here and towards the middle of my head, I see like little hairs, like my hair has been broken off. I don't know how that happened. It probably has something to do with my most recent protective style. Oh wait, I think that's the same portion. I think I've noticed this same portion before, about a month ago when I got my hair done for prom. I think something happened in that hairstyle, but we just gotta work on growing that back out. And I guess to maintain your healthy ends, what I have seen some people do is I think it's called like dusting, but they'll look at their hair like strand by strand. I guess if you have free time, if you see a strand where the ends are split into two, you just take scissors and just cut that single strand instead of just cutting all the strands if they may not all be split. That's just the way you can maintain your healthy ends, but I never do that because I don't want to look for split single strands. So I just always cut it when I feel like it needs to be cut, and usually that lines up with every 3 months like I said before. So I have one section done now, and this took about 10 to 15 minutes. So overall you can have this process done in an hour at the most. You can have it done in less than an hour if you use bigger sections, but I just like these sections, the sections that I've been doing, because they're small. I can be more precise with each cut. So I'm gonna do the rest of my head, and then I'll show you a more detailed version when I get to the front, because the front of my hair is a little more difficult. Not more difficult, but the front of my hair is, I have bangs, natural bangs, and they're shorter than the rest of my hair, so I'll show you guys how I trim those. Okay, so I am back to show you all the front of how I do my hair. Now I'm gonna take this section and save that for last. I'm just going to trim this little bit right here first. I already have applied the deep conditioner to it. Okay, so I'm just going to take this piece, pull straight down in front of me, and then cut. So that is done, and now we are here for the front. So I get like a smooth comb through. Once I have a smooth comb through, then I begin to grab behind it and just pull straight down and keep pulling down until you get to the end where you want to cut. So here, as you can see, this piece came back up just because it's shorter than the rest of my hair, and I let it come back up, and then I cut the piece that I have in front of me, and then I grab this piece by itself. So what's important here is not to cut the longer pieces up to the shorter pieces unless you want to make it all even, but it doesn't really bother me the way it is. And I come over here and cut this piece separately. So after I twist all of this up, then this completes my tutorial on how to cut your own hair at home. Well, not cut your hair, but trim your ends. Now, I will say this is not the most even trim that you can get. You probably should see a professional, or you should straighten your hair if you want the most even trim. But this is one way to keep your ends healthy without going to pay someone and doing it at home by yourself. So, okay, so this is the end of my trimming video. What I'm going to do now is just rinse out the deep conditioner that I have in my hair and then style it. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, share, make it do what it do. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.